Hey guys, so my name is Brady and I'm going to be going through basically now how to use the Basic Chemistry VLE. So, this is what it should look like when you get onto the VLE. You'll notice at the top we've got all of our email addresses of all the chemistry teachers there. So if you ever want to contact us, then that's how you do it. You can just click on that and that'll hyperlink you to our account. You'll also notice we've got a link to Sandra, who's the head of department, her Twitter account. So you can Twitter her, well, not her Twitter account, her work Twitter account. So you can Twitter anything about chemistry you want. We've also got the BASVIC Chemistry Facebook page, which you definitely should sign up to if you're on Facebook, that is. I'll just show you what it looks like now. So this is really good because if ever you want to ask a question but it's outside college hours, you can post it up here, and not only will us teachers try and answer the question for you, but also what happens a lot of the time is students will try and answer your question. So you guys can have a conversation with each other about what you think is happening. Also anything you want to talk about, any news you are interested in, or any pictures you want to put up about something you found about chemistry, this is a place to do it. So like you can see we've got loads of questions at the top here, loads of pictures. This is one of my classes from last year. I think that says chemistry is cool, obviously true. So that's definitely worth doing, definitely worth signing up for that. That's a really good support tool for you to use outside of college. And also what we often do is we'll do something called WizIQ, which is basically an online lesson, and the links to access them we put on the Facebook page. So again, really important to sign up to that. There's also a link to something called Brady Explains, which I'll get back to later, but yeah, that's there at the top as well. So scrolling down, we're really quite happy with the layout of this, and our previous students have said they found this tab system works quite well. So what we've got is basically you just click on the tab and it'll take you to that link. So the key dates is just when term ends, when term starts, when your assessments are, because you'll have a lot of assessed practicals which do count towards your final grade. So they are very, very important. All the dates for every key thing will be in there, so you'll click on that. I'm not going to go through all of these tabs because it would take too long. I'm going to go through the key ones which you definitely need to know about. We've also got the general information box. I think this is probably the second most important box on here because it contains all of the essential documents you need to have. So if I click on this, I'm not sure if you can see this on the video, but obviously you can hopefully have this up whilst you're watching the video, and you can just pause the video and explore the VLE as I do it, so you can explore it with me. So if you pause the video now and click on the General Informations tab, you'll be able to see all the different things that are accessible to you. So the key things on here, which I personally get all of my students to print off in the first week, is the definition sheet. Usually there's about a grade's worth of mark on the exam on definitions. So to phrase that differently, you can get a grade higher in chemistry just by learning about 24 definitions. So it's really easy marks there if you put the time in. We've also got the revision checklist. If I click on that now, I'll show you what that looks like. And it's not working, which is great. There we go. So the revision checklist is basically a tick list of everything the government gives us to teach you. So this is what they give us. They say, right, here's what you have to teach, off you pop. So this is really useful for you because it tells you everything you need to know. And there's nothing on here that you don't need to know. And we're doing it in this tick list form. So what you can do is once you've been through a topic, you can then just give yourself a grade from 1 to 10 and assess how well you know each of these points. And of course, if it's anything less than 10, then you know you need to go back and do some work on it. So that's really, really useful as well. And there's lots of other useful stuff in that general information, but that's where all the key documents are. We've then got ABG, stands for Atoms, Bonds and Groups. That's your kind of Unit 1 exam. That's the September to December work. So that's what you'll be doing now. And if I click on this ABG resources, this has got a ridiculous amount of PowerPoint, worksheets, little tips, little hints, pictures, diagrams, all this kind of stuff. And again, if you pause now and have a little explore of that yourself, you'll notice that it's done by topic. So for example, if I click on electronic structure resources, and my internet's quite slow, so bear with me. Here we go. You'll see we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 different resources for you to use just with electronic structure. So we've got some PowerPoint, we've got the objectives, the lesson outline, an Excel sheet, some animations, loads and loads of different stuff in there. I did load one up earlier just to show you the kind of things we have. So here's one of the PowerPoints from there. So this might not mean much to you now, but you can see we've got lots of some questions, some answers, a few different things there. That's quite a short PowerPoint. There's ones which are a lot longer as well. So if you ever want to have any extra work to be getting on with, you've basically got as much work as you want on here. Don't forget as well, you've also got the questions in the textbook, of which the answers are all in the back of the textbook. So lots and lots of work for you to be getting on with if you do want to be practicing your chemistry. For some of the worksheets as well, I won't click on it now, but you can see it says worksheet answers in this ABG worksheet answers tab there. So a lot of the answers are on there as well for you. We've got some online quizzes for you to try. Again, I won't click on it, but if you click on that now, you can see that. We've also got practical work. So anything to do with the practical work we do once a week, it'll be on there. And we've also got a tab link into this Brady Explains, which I mentioned earlier. So if I click on that, who's this handsome fellow here? Oh look, it's me. So this is basically something I made. It's a series. I think I've got about 50 or 60 videos now of me just explaining different topics. I've covered just about every topic now. So if you miss a lesson, or you just don't understand a lesson, or you just want to go over a lesson again just to make sure, I almost certainly will have a video on it. And then you can just watch that, pause it, stop it, rewind it, do whatever you want in order to try and learn the work there. So I do have a YouTube page, so you can access the YouTube page through this video and look at all my different videos. Was it 130,000 views so far? Thank you very much. So that's that. Just a couple more things I wanted to show you. So that's atoms, bonds and groups. We've then got exactly the same again for change, energy and resources. So you won't see these icons at first. We'll unhide those icons for you in January when you start doing change, energy and resources. And then probably the two most important bits on this is the assess practicals tab. So that's the one with the different test tubes on, different coloured test tubes. And again, if you stop this video now, have a little play around with that, you'll find that really helpful. This has got everything to do with your assess practicals on. So help sheets, questions and answers, the practical dates, so when you're doing the practicals, so you can make sure you don't book a holiday then. These are assessed practicals. They do count towards your final grade. So very, very important again. This is probably the second most important, this is probably the most important tab, but this is probably the tab you'll use the second most. The most used tab you'll be using is your homework tab. So you'll see each of us different chemistry teachers, we have our own homework tab. I'll just click on mine because obviously I'm doing this video. You'll be using this each week. So each week we put up a new homework. So in the first week you'll only be able to see one of these. In the second week you'll see 2. In the third week you'll see 3. And it's all, I can only speak for my page, but I think it's very all well set out, even if I do say so myself. So we've got the homework title, the week number and the date. So you can very clearly see which homework you're supposed to be doing each week. And if I just click on one, and then wait 5 minutes, you'll see it says exactly what you're supposed to be doing. And if there's any worksheets for you to do, there'll be hyperlinks for you to access those worksheets. So that's what I've just clicked on now. So you can see it's opening it up. So you kind of don't have an excuse of, oh, I lost my sheet, because all the sheets are on here. If you ever do lose it, you can just print off another one from here. So that's pretty much the VLE. Do have a little fiddle around now, have a little look on it, and we do have a homework task for you to do. It's kind of like a bit of a treasure hunt, so we've hidden a few things on the VLE which we want you to try and find, just to kind of show to us that you have actually looked around it and explored it a little bit more. To let you know, the reason we've done this video and set this homework is because all of this stuff has been on the VLE for like 2 or 3 years now. But each year, all of our students in the student survey, which we get each year, they tell us, oh, we really wish you'd have an Assess Practicals tab. And we're like, yeah, we do. And they're like, oh, we really wish you'd lay out all the different PowerPoints and questions for each topic in a topic by topic order. And we're like, yeah, we do. And all these different things, like we really wish you'd link all the Brady Explains videos, things like that. So it seemed to us that even though all this stuff was on the VLE, you guys didn't know it was there. And that's obviously our fault for not explaining it to you well enough, for not showing you. So this is why we've done this. You will, I promise you, you'll find this stuff really, really useful. But unless you take 10, 15 minutes to have a little explore, you won't realise what's there. So please do have a little look at that now and then try the homework task. Thank you.